Hey guys, welcome to my new channel, Krafting the Craft with Oreo Oasis. Today we are turning Mojo babies into these beautiful flowers. So if you like what you see, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Now let's get started. So first things first, you're going to need you a Mojo baby. And this is one of the ones that I create. You can find all over the web how to create these Mojo babies. I'm not going to show you here how to create them. But if you want me to show you how I create mine, just let me know in the comments and I can figure out something. Okay, the reason why I'm showing my fingers is because I made 2 different sizes. However, I really felt this once it's done, I should have had 3 different sizes. And here I'm showing you the 2 different size felts that I cut out. I cut out a 1.5 inch square and a 2.5 inch square. So those are the 2 sizes, the small one and the bigger one. And as you can see by comparison, there really should be a third one in between, but it still works out in the end. Now, as you see, I have these already pre-cut. Because I make a lot of these, so I'm giving away as gifts and things like that. I have some already pre-cut. Now you could do these in any color, but I just choose to do white. Now once you have cut out your felt squares, because these are made from felt, what you want to do is cut out these corners. You want to round out these corners as best you can. I suggest you do not try to get them perfect, because in nature nothing is exactly symmetrical. It's only when we try to recreate nature that everything's very symmetrical, very uniform. So I like the ununiform look. Just try to get it as round as you can, or some type of round edge, and you should be fine, like you see I'm doing here. This is not a perfect circle. Again, that's the way I like it. So here I'm just about to cut off the rest of this one, and you want to do this for all of your felts that you're going to use. And for this particular one, I am going to use 8 of the small ones, 8 of the 1.5 inch, and 4 of the big ones, 4 of the 2.5 inches. So in a second, you're going to see me starting to count them out. And I'm going to spare you that, and we're going to go on to the next video. Okay, so here I start gluing on the petals to the head of the dowel. Now, if you're not used to doing this, you might want to put the first 4 petals and arrange them, like hold them with your fingers, just to give you an idea of the spacing. But I'm used to doing it, so I have an idea of the spacing, especially when you're working with these dowels, because each dowel's head, as you prep the head and make the body and stuff, each dowel head shape is a little bit different. So if you're not used to it, you might want to play around with it before you glue it down, because this glue is unforgiving. When it comes to felt and hot glue, the glue is unforgiving. You darn near rip the felt trying to get the glue out to rearrange it. So that's not something you want to do. Also, like I said, you can use any color that you want. I chose to use white just because that's what Spirit led me to do. For most of y'all who know me from my business, OreoOasis.com, and know my Oreo babies, you know that I let Spirit guide me to whatever color that the dowel wants to be made with, not necessarily the colors that go with anything. Like for instance, even though this dowel just happens to have green yarn, this dowel is for prosperity. However, the green yarn was just the yarn that I had on hand at the time. I didn't feel like going to the store, and I really didn't want to use the reddish, darkish brown one that I had. So even though no one's going to see the yarn, I'm going to see the yarn, or whoever. No, I think this one's for me. If I recall, this one's for me. But whoever gets this dowel, they would see the yarn. So I didn't want that color that I had left over. So yeah, so right now I'm just rearranging the petals the way that I want them and gluing them down. Again, do this any color you want. If you want to go with the colors that are mostly known for certain things, like yellow for success, green for prosperity, red for attraction. Even though I prefer to use pink for attraction, red is kind of harsh in my opinion. Go for those colors. I just, I'm more of a DIY creative person, so I like to have more of a range. I don't like to be held down when it comes to picking my colors. And I'm sorry if my voice is cracking. So yeah, now you can start to see how the petals come together. I'm sorry. Now you can start to see how the petals are coming together and starting to form a flower as you put on that first layer. And this is also why you want 8 of the petals. 8 to 9 really, depending on the size of the head, but for this size dowel, 8 is fine. 4 will be the first layer of petals, and then the other 4 of the 1.5 inch will be the next layer of petals. And then the last layer of petals is the 2.5 inch. Now, as you see here, when I'm putting the glue on, less is more. Again, like I said, the glue is unforgiving. You can always go back and add little drops if need be, but you cannot take away without messing it up. See, now you can see how the flowers coming along. And even like this is cute, just the way it is. I'm just extra. You don't have to be extra. You can literally stop here. But if anybody knows me, I certainly am not. So we're going to put on the second row. Also, guys, when you're doing this, even though you see me, okay, ignore that. I just looked at my finger and realized how stupid it was that, you know, after I broke my nail, I sharpened and buffed that nail, but I left the other nails all long, and now it just looks crazy, but whatever. As I was saying, which I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, as I was saying, even though you see me adding these petals here, please remember that this is a YouTube video, so I have to do things in a timely fashion. What you don't see off camera is me cleansing and cleaning these petals that I have set aside, or these spots I have set aside for this. I don't really know exactly which dial I'm going to put it on each time, so I do a general cleansing and a general blessing for a base. I want to say general, I'll say all purpose. I do general cleansing, general blessing for all purpose, and then I go to use this stuff. So when you see people on YouTube doing these things, please know there's a lot of stuff they're doing off camera, especially when it comes to spiritual work. But for a timely fashion, we only have but so long. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and glue the rest of these. And as you see for this next layer, I put them in between the other two petals like so. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these, and then I will be back. Okay, so here I am putting on the last layer of petals, and as you see with this one, I cut it the bottom a little bit just so it doesn't stick to the arm, just so I have more room to work the dowel however I wanted to work the dowel. And I am moving the string out the way. I like to leave extra string on my dowel so that I can tie it to a candle or tie a petition to it, or just have room to work it however I want to work it. And as you see, I'm putting on the last layer, and you can see how I'm spreading the bigger petals out a little bit more than the smaller petals. Petals. I could talk, y'all. I could talk. But yeah, I'm spreading it out just a little bit more. And I do apologize if this video is going fast. You know, this is a new channel, so YouTube only gives me a certain amount of time to get the video up, and I really don't feel as though this video needs a part 2 because it's so simple. But yeah, I'm just going to put these last petals on, and then I'll come back. Okay, so here I have the flower totally done, and see how beautiful it is. And I love the odd angles of the petals. To me, it just makes it a little more realistic. However, you can see what I mean by adding that third or that middle-sized petal in between. It'll take some of that dramatic difference out, but I still like it the way it is. Okay, so here's where we're going to pot our little flower Mojo bag now, or Mojo baby. These little pots I got from Target. They were $3, and they had these little plastic succulents in it, as you can see. It's actually one succulent per pot. That's one of the succulents is from another pot that I did, from another one that I had already potted, and I just stuck it in there so I wouldn't lose the succulent in case I want to use that for later. But this is how it actually comes. And for $3, it's not bad because you can use the succulent for another project. They're real easy to take out, as you can see. And it's just styrofoam in there, just some colored styrofoam. Ooh, what is going on? And all you gotta do is just take some scissors and stab it and get it out of there. Or, you know, well, you don't really have to stab it, but I did because it felt good at the time. So all you gotta do is take some scissors in there, poke it around, and to come up. This thing does make a mess, so you do want to do this in a plastic bag. Okay, now that we have this all cleaned out, you want to go back in and clean this really good. Again, this is a YouTube video, so don't forget you need to smudge, clean, get all the glue out, and properly prep the pot before you put the flower in there. However, for the purpose of this video, I'm not doing that. I just want to show you exactly how it's going to look once I sit it down in there. And look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. However, I do not stop there, so stay tuned. But look how cute it is. I can't wait. So as you can see, I decided to paint the edges of the flower. I took a very thin, I guess, blunt edge brush. I don't know. I took a very thin paintbrush and I mixed some colors. I decided to work with purple for this flower. I mixed the Folklore metallic purple, which the color is called 654E Amethyst, and I mixed that with the Purple Pansy from Apple Barrel. I'll have that stuff in the description below. And I got this pretty color. Now, the color came out pretty in the color I wanted, but the metallic didn't show up at all, as you can see. If you can see on the paper, I have another color purple. That is the Purple Iris from Apple Barrel. And I used that to kind of try to create a little gradient, which you'll see in the next clip, not in this one. And the paint dries pretty fast. I don't use a lot of it, so I was able to work pretty quickly right here. And again, I'm not using a lot of it. You see just the small little dips. So here's a quick clip of what I was saying about with the gradient, where I take that lighter color purple and very, very, very lightly brush the felt. And I do mean very lightly. You can see where I messed up at. You need a really, really light hand because, again, felt is unforgiving with certain things. So yeah, basically this is just a quick clip of showing you how I put a little bit of purple on the inside just to give it a little more pizzazz, something, a little more than just plain white, because I like color in my life. So here my little buddy is, my little bosom buddy, already in this pot. I think it's a hay. This one feels like a hay. And here is another one that I did in the other pot that I had, the one I was telling you about. Yeah, so this is the one without the bigger petals. This is why I'm saying you don't need the bigger petals. And I don't know why I'm showing you this. I already told you that I got these pots from Target for $3 and that the other succulent came out that, yeah, whatever. I have no idea why I showed you that. But yeah, here they are, all cute. The small one without the bigger petals and the bigger one with the bigger petals. So I got these rocks from the same section in Target, the little dollar section, and they were, the pack of rocks was $1. You can also find rocks in Dollar Tree and in Walmart, and various places. I just want to show you a different way that you could plant the flowers and how you could actually make a little garden with more than one. As you can see in a minute, my pink flower, which has been prepped and cleaned and all that, is actually going to jump out the thing because, yeah, this purple one is not fully ready to go, and she don't want to be around them like that. But anyway, I just want to show you a different option. And here I go show you the planter again for God knows what reason. I guess I just want to show you how it came originally, like I didn't do that 2 times already. Anyway, but yeah, this is just another way of seeing the flowers and getting an idea of how you can make a bunch of them and make a whole little prosperity bouquet or attraction bouquet, and you can have them anywhere. Okay, so now they are safe and sound back in their prospective homes, and as you can see, my little buddy right here in all her glory is much happier. But yeah, I wanted to just come back and show you, before I end this video, show you another way that you can do this. If you're not craft savvy, you can go and get the little Dollar Tree flowers or the Walmart flowers. I suggest getting the Walmart flowers because Walmart does have a section of flowers that are 97 cents, which is 3 cents cheaper than Dollar Tree. But yeah, here I'll show you one of the actual Walmart flowers. This one's from Walmart. A bunch for 97 cents. And I'm just showing you how you can clip off the tip. Now I'm showing you the inside because when you clip off that tip, you want to hold the flower together because that's what's holding it together. But once you clip it off, all you got to do is hot glue the flower to the top. This is a way that you can work with it. I choose not to do this because I find that when I do this, I have to pull the flower out, the whole Mojo baby out the pot to work with it. And with the felt around it, I don't have to do that. So with the felt around it, you know, I could just anoint the middle and say my prayers over it and do what I got to do. And unless I really want to work the doll, I don't have to pull it out. But I found with the actual fake roses that I do have to pull it out the pot to work with it. But that's just to give you another option. So you have options. I always love how these flowers turned out, even though I want to try new flowers. Let me know in the comments if you want me to try a different flower. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.